Good morning, students of class 9. I am back here again with your geography class, children. So, this is a subject which relates to the entire world. This is a subject where we study about the natural features as well as the man made features. So, geography is a subject which deals with everything that is there in the nature basically, and also we study about how human beings have tried to control this nature. So, children, as we have already completed the syllabus of our half yearly examination, so today we will start our revision work. There are many children who have joined the class late. Many of them were in their villages and did not have the internet facility, so they could not study the first portion of your syllabus, and it is mainly for them and also for the other students so that they get a revision of the basic concept of the first chapter today. So, first, children, we will study about the concept of latitude and longitude. This you have already studied in class 7, but most of you tend to forget this basic concept. The latitudes are known as parallels of latitude, and the longitudes are known as meridians of longitude. Now, they are all imaginary lines. It's not that the earth is having such latitude and longitudes on them in reality, and it presents a grid system. No, they are imaginary lines. They are drawn by the cartographers. Now, cartographers are the people who deal with the concept of map making, and these are the lines which are imaginary lines, and they are mainly drawn in order to make the basic concepts related to the study of the earth very easy. They are very important as locational tools, location diagrams. So, if we want to locate any place, we will need both the latitude and as well as the longitude. So, children, first let us study the basic concept of latitude, longitude, and then I will move on to time zone and standard meridian. How the time zone has been created and how we have got the standard meridian, and also the basic concept of local time. So, children, let us first proceed to this latitudes and longitudes. Here, children, I have given the heading as time zone and standard meridian. So, first let us study about the parallels of latitude. So, we all know, children, that the latitudes are drawn on the globe parallel to each other. Here, see, children, I am not mentioning the word earth. I am saying globe because they are drawn on the globe. They are parallel to each other. So, equator is the central latitude, and on the either side we have 90 degrees here and 90 degrees here. That is, there are 90 degrees on either side of the equator. The side which is to the north of equator forms the northern hemisphere, and the side which is to the south of equator forms the southern hemisphere. So, we use the word S to denote the southern hemisphere, and we use the word N, the alphabet N, to denote the northern hemisphere. For equator, we simply write 0 degree. There is no N or S. So, now what it comes, that because it is 90 degrees here, it is 90 degrees here, there are 90 latitudes. That means from 0 degree to 90 degree, total there are 90 latitudes in the northern hemisphere. Similarly, there are 90 latitudes in the southern hemisphere. That means 90 plus 90 plus the equator. Total there are 181 parallels of latitude. They are parallels, they are drawn parallelly, and apart from that, children, apart from the equator, there are two more important latitudes in either hemisphere. One is the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere we have the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle. So there are 5 main latitudes: equator, Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere. For the southern hemisphere we have the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle. So for the latitudes there are 181. How it is 181? I have already said the equator, and we add the equator along with the 90 latitudes in the northern hemisphere and 90 latitudes in the southern hemisphere. So total there are 181 latitudes for the earth, for the globe, drawn on the globe. Now coming to the meridians of longitude. You can see from the diagram, children, and you have studied before, the central meridian is known as the prime meridian, and there are curvatures drawn, lines which are in curved manner. They are known as the longitudes. They are not straight lines, they are curved lines, and they are joining from the North Pole to the South Pole. They are meeting each other. So what happens, children? They are not parallel. So we cannot say parallel or parallels of longitude. So we use the word meridians of longitude. Now first, how many longitudes are there? So we have 179 longitudes on either side of the prime meridian. That is 179 longitudes in one side, and similarly 179 longitudes on the other side. Now the side which lies to the east of the prime meridian is known as the eastern hemisphere, and the side which lies to the west of prime meridian is the western hemisphere. Now we all know, children, that the earth is having indirectly we are having 4 hemispheres. One is the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere when we study the parallels of latitude, and when we study the meridians of longitude, we have the eastern hemisphere for the side which lies to the east of prime meridian, and we have the western hemisphere for the side which lies to the west of prime meridian. So eastern hemisphere, western hemisphere, and there northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. Now India lies entirely in the northern hemisphere and entirely in the eastern hemisphere. So you will find that in chapter 1 we never use south for latitude and west for longitude while we are locating. India lies entirely in the northern hemisphere and in the eastern hemisphere. Now children, the question comes that how many longitudes are there in the world? So here we have 179, and there also we have 179 longitude, and the prime meridian, which is the 0 degree, that is repeated on the opposite side as 180 degree. So it's not that we are having 180 longitudes this side and 180 longitudes that side. So we have this prime meridian which comes out as 180 degree at the back. Children, it is like the two sides of the protector. If you see the protector, children, there are 180 degrees in the protector. And if we watch from above, you will find that total this side, this 0 degree line is itself the 180 degree line. In a protector, you will find that there are 180 degrees. Okay, so the 0 degree line continues as 180 degree. So this side, children, total, if we see, there is 180 degree and 180 degree this side. So there is total 360. The number of longitudes are 360 longitudes. Because in a round protector, you will find that there are 360 degrees. But when we take into account the numbers, there are 179 longitudes here and 179 longitudes there. That is from 1 degree, if we count from after 0 degree, there will be 1 degree east and 1 degree west. And at the back, children, we end at 179 degree east and 179 degree west, and this 0 degree becomes the 180 degree at the back. And you will be surprised, children, that this 180 degree is known as the international date line. Here the 0 degree is known as prime meridian and the 180 degree is known as the 180 degree longitude is known as the international date line. This international date line is equally important, especially for the people who are crossing the continents and moving from the eastern hemisphere to the western hemisphere. And I will tell you how the dates are changed when we are on an international flight moving across the eastern and the western hemisphere. Now, it's important to know why the name meridians of longitude is given. Why don't we say parallels of longitude? Yes, the most easy answer is that they are not drawn parallel to each other. But why this word meridian is used? Why not any other term? See, children, meridian is used because all the places on a single longitude, whether you are here or you are here or you are here or you are at the poles, you all will have your noon at the same time. Noon means 12 o'clock, because after 12 you all wish your teachers as good afternoon, and before 12 you wish good morning. So just at 12 o'clock, if you are on the same meridian, if you are on the same longitude, irrespective of latitude, it does not matter whether you are in the northern hemisphere or in the southern hemisphere or on the equator, it does not matter. If your longitude is same, then all of you will have the noon at the same time. That is, the sun will be overhead at the same time. So we use the term meridian for the longitude. We say meridians of longitude. So the word meridian is important because it denotes that all the places on a single longitude will have their noon, that is 12 noon, at the same time, provided your longitude may be same. You may be standing here, you may be standing here, or you may be standing here. If your longitude is same, then your timing of noon, that is the time when the sun will be overhead, will be same. That's where we use the word meridians of longitude. Now, children, it became necessary to give a time to different places on this earth. Now, when the latitudes and longitudes were drawn, it became very easy to provide a certain basic time to all the places. We all know, children, that the earth is both rotating as well as revolving. Now, when it is rotating and revolving, we are finding that the time of sun rays is also changing, and this change is 4 minutes at a gap of every longitude. That is, after one longitude, the other longitude is coming under the overhead sun after 4 minutes. I am using the term overhead sun. That denotes that when the sun is on a particular longitude. Now, children, you must have heard the term local time before. The term local time denotes the time when the sun is exactly overhead, that is on our head, on a particular place. Now, when we look up and we find the sun exactly on our head, we fix the time in our watch as 12, and that is known as local time. So local time will be same on all the places which is located on the same longitude or same meridian. This is what I explained just now. But if your longitude is different, if your meridian is different, then the overhead position of the sun will also change, and your timing of 12 noon will also change. Now, this was creating a lot of confusion because it is not possible for everyone to have a watch, wait for the overhead sun, and fix the timing of the watch as 12 noon. So, what was the solution? So, a solution was found out by dividing the entire set of meridians into 15 longitudes, and this 15 longitudes came to be known as time zone. So on either side of the prime meridian, we have divided the entire globe by taking a group of 15 longitudes as the time zone. So let me draw and show it to you how we have fixed this time zone and how we have fixed the standard meridian of the time zone. There is a standard meridian for every time zone, and this standard meridian is the central meridian of a time zone. Now children, coming to the main concept, that how the time zones were created. Now you can see children, this is the 0 degree, and so this is the prime meridian. Now what these cartographers did, they divided the longitudes into 15 degrees zone. 15 degrees together was taken as a single unit. So from 0 to 15 degree, 15 to 30, then 30 to 45. Similarly this side also from 0 to 15, 15 to 30. So in this way, this portion, that is from 5 degree to 15 degree, formed a single time zone. Similarly, from 15 to 30 formed another time zone. From 30 to 45 another time zone, till they reached 180 degree on one side, and here also 180 degree on the other side. So here children, I have used this word E. Why? Because all this portion lies in the eastern hemisphere, and all this portion lies in the western hemisphere. Now children, here one thing is important, that I have said that time zone fixation was easy because we are dividing, there are total 360 longitudes, and we are dividing the entire earth into zones which will be equal, time zones which will be equal in distance. So we have taken 15 longitudes, total there are 360 degrees. I have said that there are 179 longitudes in both the hemisphere, that is from 1 degree to 179 degrees, and then the 0 degree and the 180 degree just at the back of our 0 degree makes the total longitudes as 360 degrees. Now children, here you will find that I have drawn this dashed line, this red color dashed line. So what is this dashed line? This dashed line is the central meridian, that is from 0 degree to 15 degree, the central meridian will be 7 degrees, isn't it? So 7 degrees and 15 minutes longitude. So 7 degree and half minute longitude. So when we divide 15 degrees into 2, the division comes at 7 degree 30 minutes. So 7 degree 30 minutes. 30 is the half. So in this way children, the central longitude of a single time zone must always be divided by 7 degree 30 minutes. So the first standard meridian, the central meridian, becomes the standard meridian of a time zone. So the first time zone central meridian or the standard meridian is 7 degree 30 minutes or 7 degree half minutes east. This side also we are having 7 degree half minutes west. 7 degree half minutes west. Then coming to the next zone, that is from 15 degree to 30 degree, the central meridian again will be the mid one. So again from 15 degree, if we add 7 degree 30 minutes, it's coming 22 degree and 30 minutes east. So here this one after 20 degree, 22 degree 30 minutes is. Similarly this side also it is 22 degree 30 minutes east. So in this way the entire earth or the globe has been divided into time zones, and the central meridian of the time zone is taken as the standard meridian. So this is the basic concept how this standard meridian and time zones has been created. Now children, you must be thinking what I am writing this, I am denoting it by a line. Now children, every longitude, now suppose this, if this is 1 degree and this one is 2 degree, then in the distance between 1 and 2 degree is divided into 60 divisions. Now these 60 divisions are termed as minutes. It is written as minutes and we denote it by a single line. So that's why this single line. Even and similarly children, suppose it is 1 degree 1 minute, and then we are having 1 degree 2 minutes. Now the distance between this 1 degree 1 minute and 1 degree 2 minutes is again divided into, here this one is again divided into 60 equal divisions, and this 60 divisions, here also there are 60 divisions, and these 60 divisions are termed as seconds. And how do we denote second? We denote seconds by this double dashed line. Okay, in minutes a single line, or and in the seconds we are using this double dashed line. So in this way children, every longitude, the gap between two adjacent longitude, that is the gap between two adjacent longitudes are divided first into 60 divisions, which are called as minutes, and then the gap between 2 minutes are again divided into 60 equal divisions, and they are known as seconds. So the basic concept of time zone, I hope, is clear. Time zones are always taken from the prime meridian, and every time zone will have 15 longitudes, and the central meridian of the time zone, the middlemost longitude of a time zone, is known as the central meridian, or it is known as the standard meridian. I hope, children, that all of you are now having a clear concept of the time zone and the meridians and the parallels of latitude. Now you all know why we name a certain meridian as meridians of longitude and not parallels of longitude. So thank you, children. I hope you enjoyed learning this concept. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.